It's catastrophic. The town just looks completely unrecognizable. You are looking at some of the images, everything just completely destroyed. Looks almost like a bomb had gone off in this town. And this town, it's not very large. It has a population of just 571 people. It's about 60 miles to the northeast of Lubbock, but it just really goes to show the power of Mother Nature and also the fact that you can never let your guard down. You have to seek shelter whenever you have a tornado warning issued, because to see those semi-trucks completely tossed on their side, even twisted. I even saw some images of an engine, a truck engine, completely ripped out of the truck itself, and the truck was flown several miles away. So a very, very powerful tornado. The National Weather Service out of Lubbock, their storm survey teams on the scene to survey the damage, and we will bring you their latest findings on their official rating. But yesterday, we had a lot of severe weather. We had tornadoes stretching from Colorado and Wyoming all the way down to Texas. And unfortunately, they were deadly. This particular supercell, we want to show you what it looked like on radar as it was entering the town. So it was a very, very powerful storm. You can clearly see the inflow notch right there. That's where the tornado was located. So it's pulling in all that warm, moist, unstable air. We have been talking about the heat ongoing in Texas, and that really helped to aid in that thunderstorm development yesterday. Also, a lot of instability. Those service dew points were well into the 60s and 70s, and so allowed these thunderstorms to develop and quickly intensify into major, powerful thunderstorms. And as a result, we've got a lot of power outages still in northeastern Texas, especially right along into the north of I-20. So we've got anywhere between about 50 to 75% of customers without power and kind of the surrounding counties. And when you factor in the heat, this isn't good news, folks. 97 is our forecasted high in Matador for tomorrow as those cleanup efforts continue. 108 degrees by Saturday, Jane. I'm really worried about this weekend because Saturday 108, 100 on Sunday. This is our actual air temperature. So that means that it's going to feel a lot hotter than that because this extreme heat wave is continuing in the Lone Star State.
I'm Amy Freeze. Welcome to Fox Weather's YouTube page. We have more great videos on the way, so make sure to subscribe to stay updated on all things weather.